Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is time for the June Pinkfresh Studio Release, and it is slightly different from what we're kind of, used to seeing from Pinkfresh, but it's well, I was gonna throw in like a gelato or like ice cream pun here, and then all of a sudden I drew a blank, so I don't know what's happening here. But tell you what, we're gonna go through this a little bit quickly, and I will show you what I mean. So first we have the Starry Scallops cover plate, and it cuts out this pattern, but it's not just this. So there is a press plate called a petal grid, so you can use these separate or together. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to pop this right onto my glimmer machine while we go through the rest of this, so that hopefully it will be ready to use by the time I have jibber jabbered on about the rest of the release. Just got to get it off the sticky stuff. Okay, we're gonna take this off as well because we don't want this to melt into our glimmer machine. Right, so there we go. Now there is quite a lot of stencils, layering stencils and die cut combos without any stamps. So first off we have Sweet Safari, and it is a cute little elephant who's like playing with fruit. I don't know if he's playing or if it's just the way they play it, because they cut out so they're separate pieces. So there is that, and then we have Sweet Scoops, and it is a little bunny with an ice cream, and these actually stick together. So the layering stencils will make the little bunny and the ice cream cones. But I suppose if you just wanted the ice cream cones, you could chop the little bunny off. So there's that. And then we have a seal or sea lion. I want to say seal. I think seal. Yeah, and he is on a beach blanket with his cone of ice cream or gelato or something cold. Anyway, in a cone. So we're going to put that aside. And then we actually have some stamp sets. So this one is called Ice Cream Truck. And it's got lots of like sweet and like sweet sentiment, but have the happiest of birthday, sending sweet sunshine. So a lot of these will actually kind of work with like just for you, sending sweet sunshine and happiness in a kind of way. Maybe not that one, but you sprinkle kindness wherever you go. I mean, these are somewhat versatile sentiments. So with this, it actually does, the layering stencils will give you an ice cream cone van. Ice cream van? Yes, ice cream van. And then the die cut will cut that out as well. So there's no stamp for the ice cream van itself, but ice cream truck, sorry. But there is for the actual ice cream and for the little server that I guess you could pop out in the window there. So then we have a gelato on the go, and it is a little bunny with his gelato bicycle cart thing. Yes. So we have stamps, layering stencils, and die cuts for those as well. And then we have one called Patisserie Pals. So this is an actual like little patisserie shop, and it has layering stencils and old tape here. Okay, and die cuts. So with this, so we are. Okay, so again, no stamps for the little bits and pieces except for the actual ice cream shop itself. So the layering stencils will create the duck or the goose, the cakes, and the plate of like nummies and the little bunny. So that is the release, and we are going to make something, obviously, and I think we're gonna go sea lion. Yeah, let's do sea lion, and maybe this as well. Maybe upgrade his treat to like that. And are we maybe gonna throw in some of these as well? Oh my goodness. Okay, this is escalating quick. I'm gonna go get some inks, and then we are going to get ink blending. And we're also gonna do some hot foiling with that plate when that's ready. So hang tight. Right, I got my old new grippy mat, and I've got a piece of cardstock, and then I thought we'll do the seal first, and we're gonna do him or her, the seal, in some grays, and then we're gonna add some shading to kind of bring him to life. I guess it's a him now. I am just gonna, I think we're gonna mask off this so that I don't get color everywhere where I don't want it. So we're gonna use, oh, sorry, if you heard some gurgling, that's my tummy. Goodness. Ooh. All right, I'm just gonna see if I can de-stick this a little bit so it doesn't rip my cardstock later. There we go, and then a little bit on the first ice cream kugel ball with a scoop of gelato. Okay, right. Goodness, so much nonsense, mumblings going on here. All right, so we're gonna just kind of go over him like this, and then we are going to, where did I put the, all right, okay, so he's gonna get a little bit of detailing there, and obviously his face. But what we're gonna do is, after this Misty Coast kind of light touch, we're going to get my little tool out here, and then we're going to probably add some detailing like around his kind of hindquarters and like around the head. And I think we will do a bit of rocky slope to kind of build up that detail. So this part, if you go for the second color up, it probably will take a little bit of time, but sometimes it's better to, you know, take your time and be patient and build up the color rather than, you know, get blotches and color where you don't want it, essentially. So we're gonna go around here at the top, and then because he's wearing this scarf, we're gonna do a little bit around here as well, because it's gonna kind of create a bit of a shadow. At least that's what I'm imagining. And a little bit at the top of his fin there, and maybe a little bit right there as well, just kind of bring in that detailing and the contrast. There we go. And then a little bit around his face or his head. Almost there. And then I think we'll use the Metropolis for like his whiskers and his eyes and nose, and these little creases on his fins. They're called fins. Are they called fins, or what are they called on seals? Might have to Google later. Okay, and then a little bit more back there. Now, I'm wondering, shall I do like a light touch of maybe like turquoise, just to kind of give it a little bit more of that color? Because I kind of want him gray, but oh, but that does look good though, doesn't it? Okay, no, yes, no, we're not going to do that. No, we are going to stick with it as it is, and we're going to add a bit of color on our beach towel here. So we're going to put these away, and I think we're going to go cherry blossom here. So a light, or I say light, ooh, okay, we're going to touch off on like dab off the excess here, and then we're going to go over lightly like this. Okay, and wonder, so a little bit more on like the corner of the brush, and then we're just going to go kind of along the bottom here. And again, this is just to kind of give it a little bit more life. A little bit of contrast and like detailing can make all the difference. This is a great way to kind of level up your card making as well, by just playing around with some like color and shading and stuff. Super easy. And we're going to, so we're just going to put that there for now. And because we are going to need to add a little bit of color onto our ice cream or gelato scoop here. So we're gonna go a little bit of yellow, and then we're gonna dab in a little bit of apricot for like a mango flavor. I am completely obsessed with mango. It's one of my favorites, both like the fruit and in like gelato and ice cream, and for like pastries and stuff. It's just so good. Like we're talking fruit stuff. And ooh, okay. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of apricot, and we are just going to dab some here from like the lid so we don't get too much. And then we're just going to like kind of smash it into there. Like that. Maybe we need a little bit more. Okay. Woo. All right. Okay, we're not going to go overboard. We're just going to make it fun and flirty like this whole release is. And then we're going to peel and reveal. So this is just stencil 1, and I'm going to see if I can speed things up a little bit because I'm going a bit slow. Okay, where did I put the rest of the stencils? They're right here. Oh my goodness. Okay, right, so stencil number 2, we're going to use the markings. We're going to line them up with the cardstock and squeeze down onto the paper or the grippy mat so that it doesn't go anywhere. And then I might use this as well just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so for the bigger scoop we might go in with more. Actually, we're going to go in with the sunshine first, and then we're going to go in heavier with the orange. So there's going to be essentially like big scoop, or 2 scoops, double scoops of like mango melon or something. It used to be my favorite flavor when I was a kid. So we're bringing in like childhood memory vibes for this. Ooh, my goodness, I might have to go and get some ice cream soon. But why not, hey? So today, when I'm filming this, it's the 30th of May, and it's going to be 33 degrees here today. That's Celsius. So hot, very hot. And yeah, ice cream might just be like a nice little treat. And ooh, you know what? No, that's for aqua. So we're gonna use a new tool. Ooh, this is my last one of these, like a last new one. So we're gonna go a bit of an ombre, or we're gonna do the whole thing. I wonder, we will see. Maybe we can create a little bit of an ombre like this. Ooh. Okay, I think I managed to drag in a little bit of yellow from there. So that is looking kind of fresh actually. So maybe we will bring in a little bit of yellowy from the top there. Ooh, that's turning out so good. Okay, all right, we're gonna add a little bit more here at the bottom so that it really goes kind of that like nice ombre look. And then, so what is that? It is, oh, that thing. Okay, so what are we gonna do with that one? We're probably gonna, it's probably like one of those, like, not biscuit things, but like, do you know what I mean? It's like the same thing like the cone is made of, but it's like a straw almost. So I might need to go and get like a dough or espresso ink. So I'll be right back. Okay, so oh dear, you know what, actually, I am not out, because in my box I actually bought more tools, because one can't have too many tools, can they? So we're gonna use another brand new one, and there we go. Ooh, okay, that is looking yummy. Okay, so we need the detailing here. Now the question is, do we go and like match it with that color? It kind of makes sense to do that, doesn't it? But maybe we will do peony instead to kind of get a, not a different look, because obviously, you know, we're still aiming for sort of cohesive and stuff. So, I mean, it wouldn't make sense to put like turquoise there because it just wouldn't look right. But we will go for like a darker color here to create a nice contrast, I think. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this off just a little bit before we take this off. And then, because I have, of course, another idea for this towel that will make fun. It will look fun. Oh my goodness. You know what? I don't think I'm caffeinated enough today. No. Or maybe the heat is getting to me. I don't know. But something is going on because I'm feeling a little bit wacky. All right. So we're going to squish this down and then we're going to put this down again. Okay, so I think we're going to do the waffle first. Waffle, that was the word I was looking for. Okay. Waffle cone even. So we're going to do, we might do a little bit of a mix of dough and then a bit of espresso just to kind of, you know, bring in some like, you know, depth. Okay, so then we're going to go in with a bit of espresso, just I think on one side here to kind of, you know, create the illusion of it being a little bit rounded like that. Maybe up here in the corner. Okay, let's have a little look and see. Okay, it doesn't make that much of a difference, so we can add a little bit more color here, especially down there at the bottom. Okay, right. Now then. Oh, that's better. Okay, cool. Then let's do that. And now we are going to clean this up and then we're going to move on to his details here. So we're going to cover this up. And then we're going to go in with Metropolis for like these details. Okay. And then I might, depending on like if I feel like it needs it, I might use a Copic marker or something to like really highlight his eye. But we will see how this looks like when it is all done. This is the fun thing with layering stencils, I think, because you obviously see, like, you see the samples here, right? And you're like, oh, cool, cute. And then you start making things and you start trying them out. I mean, this is the first time I'm using this. So this is like as it's happening. And I'm still like, oh, let's see how this turns out. Because, oh, that is cute. That is very cute. Okay. I think we do need a little bit more ink down here, though, on these. So I'm going to try to shade it a little bit so that, again, we kind of just get a little bit more like interest. And so it's not so kind of like 2D, because we want to create like a 3D sort of look here. Okay, now then, quick little cleanup, and then, oh, he is so cute. Look at that. Okay, right, so we're gonna cut these out and then we're gonna put them on a card. Here are the little pieces all die cut out, and if possible, this is even cuter now. Oh, so cute. And yeah, so we are going to hot file the plate, and then we're going to create our background. So let's get to it. So I'm going to try this matte silver foil because I mean, look at it, it's stunning. So matte gold has been like my go-to for forever. And now I've got the matte silver. So, you know, it just makes sense to try it, doesn't it? Now, it does say that my platform isn't ready, but it actually has been on for quite a while. So I think I am just going to, oh, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna put the foil on, and I completely overcut this, but okay. All right, so I'm gonna put my cardstock. So this is the color copy from Monday, readily available in Europe. And we are gonna do the plates. And then, because my my die cutting machine is, I don't know whether it's on its last legs or its last rolls, but it just seemed to kind of imprint very unevenly when, when I'm running my glimmer through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of paper and fold it in half like this, and I'm going to add this as an extra shim because it obviously isn't it's lost this sort of like pressure in some of the areas, because I have so many panels where you can literally see like there is barely any pressure like on this bit on the imprint. So we're going to try to avoid that by adding a little bit of an extra shim. So fingers crossed it will work, because I am just over wasting foil. It's so annoying when it doesn't work, when it's, you know, supposed to be so easy. And it just shows that, you know, you need to make sure that not just your glimmer is working properly, but your die cutting machine as well. So whichever one you've got. So I've got the Platinum 6, and this one is very old. And I think I might have to replace it soon, because like I said, it doesn't always cut very well, cut or imprint. So right, we're gonna give this a go now. So we're gonna take this, and then we're gonna take this extra shim here, and we're gonna put this away. And we are going to, or I say extra shim, ouch, that was hot. Well, piece of paper as an extra shim, and we're just gonna roll this through. Let's see what happens. Okay. Actually, we'll pop this right back onto the platform. And then, okay, moment of truth. Let's see. Oh, ooh, that worked so well. Oh, yay. Okay, coolio. So now then, we've got this, and we have got, oh no, where did I put my little, oh, here he is. Whew, I thought he'd snuck off for a beach party on his own. So there's a little bit of a bloop there, so we're gonna place him so that he cuts that up, and then his little mango gelato. Now I probably will use the one of the rectangle stitches to cut this out, or are we gonna use this? Maybe we'll use this actually. Okay, just to, you know, see what it looks like. It's never wrong to experiment, is it? But I'll tell you what, I will do this off camera, so I'll be back. Right then. Okay, let's see how much of this actually shines through. Ooh, okay, well that's good. We'll do a little bit more then. And, oh, okay, I have an idea. And then we're going to do, I'm just going to clean this up first. Where did I put my little towel? Where did it go? It was right here. Oh, I hung it back up where it's supposed to go. Okay, well, there you go. Sometimes I tidy. We can do a little bit of blue, like this turquoisey here. Like water. And then a bit of the yellow at the top for sunshine. But now I'm gonna need a bit of water, I think, because I don't want to mix up my turquoise and brown with my yellows. Okay. Ooh, make that dry a little bit. Ooh, okay. And we're gonna use sunshine because the sunshine, it just makes sense, doesn't it? Okay. right. Maybe just a touch more right at that corner there. Okay. Rightio. It's looking very summery as well, isn't it? Right then, now this is gonna go on top like that, and then we're gonna have our cute little seal with her beach towel. Oh, we changed to a girl again. Okay, so there we go, and then we just need a sentiment. Oh, I wonder how would this look. Oh, you know what? This is cute, isn't it? This is cute. This is cuter even. Maybe this is the way. Maybe this. Huh. Okay. All right. I guess we're doing this. Okay. All right. So we need to find a sentiment. So we are probably going to go sending sweet sunshine maybe, or there was another one. This one, and also sentiments from this one. Deliciously happy day. Oh, that's good. Let's do that one. Okay. Let's see if there is a die cut for that one. That would be brilliant. Okay, so there is not die cuts for all of the sentiments, but hopefully there is one for, so this one maybe? Nope, not that one. Yes, okay, so we're gonna do that one. And we're gonna pop this aside and use that for something else. So, wonder if we do this heat embossed in gold. Yeah, I think so. So here are our sentiments, all heat embossed and die cut. So this one slipped a little bit in the die cutting process, so I'm wondering if we go either have a deliciously happy day or celebrate life's small joys like ice cream, and maybe that one. And then I had the idea of using this that I cut out of the double stitched elongated ovals. So this was from May's release, and I'm wondering, kind of using the next one down to cut out like a, yeah, like a frame essentially, and then pop that around to kind of bring it in a little bit. I will see. This will be the next one down. We're gonna give it a go. All right, we'll see if this works the way I kind of pictured it in my head. So we're going to place this here, and then our little beach towel is going to be right at the bottom, and then our little sassy seal. Oops. And her ice cream, and celebrate life's small joys. Okay, this could be the way. I think we're gonna go for it, because otherwise I'm gonna like start overthinking this and changing things around, and this has already gone on for quite some time. So we're going to well, we're actually gonna stack her up a little bit, because I did die cut out another piece. So, and then we're gonna pop the ice cream up with a little bit of Instant Dimension foam tape, I think. So first of all, we're gonna add her second layer. Okay. And then that's gonna cure for a little bit. It's just the one piece, but it just adds like a little something. And so we're gonna glue this. Although now I'm thinking, a few like gold splatters. You know what? We're gonna add some gold splatters as well because I can't help myself. Oh, that's better. Like it. Okay. So now then, we're gonna glue this right down. And if, by the way, you hear some banging and clanging, it's my neighbors. They are renovating, and they're actually redoing the roof. So they're cleaning out like old roof tiles and just chucking them down onto the ground. So yeah, there's gonna be some noise. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. That is down. Okay, now I'm wondering, should I, no, we're just gonna pop this down. But we might put the glue here rather than on the back of this, because it's gonna sit on top of this frame anyway, so. All right. Boop. There we go. Okay, so now this little cutie patootie, we're gonna do the same thing here. So I think, because she's gonna kind of sit like that, so we just need glue to go up to here. These pieces. Like that. Okay. And then she's gonna go right there. And then the ice cream, we're going to use a little bit of instant dimension foam tape for sure. Okay. And we have some shaky dogs as well. So much noise today. That's life for you, I suppose. All right, let's see. That will probably do. I wonder if that's gonna, no, it doesn't show really. Okay, right, so we're just gonna pop this down. Goodness, so nice. Now I do have a die cut for this as well to like stack it, and I'm wondering if I should, or if I should go kind of flattish for that one, but I think we're gonna do some layers. Yes, can't resist a good layer. So sometimes you just gotta stop fighting it, haven't you? All right, and we're gonna see if we can get this on relatively straight. Relatively, maybe not perfectly straight, but relatively straight. And I'm hoping that's done it. Yeah. Ooh, okay, right, so there we have it. Well, thank you so much for following along, and if you're still here, gold star and a cookie to you for sure. And if you want to shop any of the new releases, I would be so grateful if you use my affiliate link. I will drop everything down below in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and yeah, follow along for more. Also, I will link to my Instagram down below in the description box as well, just in case you want to follow along there. I share a lot more kind of like personal stuff in my Instagram stories there, and there is a lot more content on my Instagram rather than on my YouTube, although I am working on correcting that. I mean, I'm not going to post every day on YouTube because I don't want to overwhelm everyone, but you know, a little bit more often than I am at the moment would be a big step forward. So anyway, now we are going to go away and have some ice cream and celebrate life's small joys, because that is essentially what makes this world go around. It's not the big stuff, it is the little moments of joy and like those glimmers of like happiness that gets us through the day. And yes, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I will see you hopefully very, very soon again. Bye for now.